Brian, I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in with one that is down nearly 50% since the end of January. And Kathy favorite.
Oh, man.
Palantir. My first two are actually cybersecurity, and I'll speak on it after the next one. But the reality is with Palantir, looks like it's trying to make a move back. It's actually in a pretty critical area, which you'll talk about the technical in a second. But guys, listen, I think part of the reason of understanding where the situation that Palantir is in, still a relatively new publicly traded company, and I think it's more of a victim of its own success and also victim of timing, where they've beat 3 quarters, but their rate of beat has diminished.
Yeah.
So they barely beat last quarter. They've had 3 earnings. The first earnings they beat by like 350%, then 180, then it was like 10%. I think that partly had something to do with it, but also the timing of the pandemic and just like all the other tech stocks that we saw that benefited off the pandemic, like the rate of growth and can they sustain it? We think they can.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they have exposure to government exposure. Like they're trying to build their commercial contracts, but really their money is made in government contracts, and that's the best kind of business you want.
Right.
And their government business, even though it was their core competency, still grew 83% year over year, Brad. So it shows that there's meat on the bone there, and Palantir is going to keep growing, and there's a reason why at every dip, Aunt Kathy keeps adding.
She adds a ton to this, like religiously, anytime there's a huge dip. So, yeah, I mean, I know that Kathy Wood's kind of gotten, beaten up over the last, I would say 3-4 months, but she knows what she's talking about. We talk about how they have best-in-class analysts, and it's not even close. So we look at the chart here, and I think that we could also be potentially seeing, and I want to just use this term loosely when I say potentially, because we've already talked about how tech could be impacted here just moving forward, especially with rising rates and that sort of thing. But when you look at the trend here, there could potentially be a possibility that this actually turns around. So if I were to actually draw a trend line here, we could see how this may be on a potential breakout. So if I see this break up above 2250, then this actually will be breaking this downtrend, and we could start to see a nice little move back up. So we'll continue to watch this, but I like the chart a lot.